Hello everyone, welcome back to XCOM 2. This is Torega. We're just going to hop right back into this one. So we have Volk asking for help at rescuing a VIP from the Advent cell. We get an engineer, which is very nice, and intel. So we are kind of low on engineers. You can see we have 5 scientists compared to 3 engineers. So this will be useful if we can pull it off. I'm sort of skeptical that I'm I'm skeptical that we're going to get an easy time on this mission because we don't have our Reaper and we also don't have even our B tier scout here. So I'm thinking this might be trickier than usual. Now, let me see here. We do have pretty much across the board all mag weapons with the exception of the sniper. Is there anyone else that we can add that's more useful? I would say just another grenadier. Trying to use as many of these mag weapons as possible. Magnetic support cannon. How much does this do here and what do we have on it? It has an advanced stock and it has the advanced expanded mag. That's very useful. You know what's even better though is throwing a scope on these things because again, stock on these is kind of a little goofy. I think they just do so much damage. You really do want them to hit. So if we have any sort of scope here, I would prefer that. But no, we do not have a scope. Okay. Well, in that case, that's fine. We can just give her the original here. This specialist is quite powerful. She's a sergeant. Let's give her the health pack. Knuckles, you are bonded with Neil Gray, and I believe Neil Gray is out. Oh, no, he's not. We do have 2 specialists now instead of the other grenadier, so... Oh, no, we have 3 specialists, actually. Wow. I guess we'll leave this one home. I think that bond is going to help, so we should have it. The other bonded person is Paul Walker. Is he here? Paul, where are you? Okay, Paul is the Templar. He's wounded. Okay, so we can't bond with that one, but we can bring a grenadier or a ranger or something. I think let's bring a ranger instead. Now, Freeman here is only a squatty, and I believe we have a higher rank grenadier to bring. Yeah. Or Evans is corporal here. Let's swap this out. Mimic beacon maybe, or maybe venom rounds. I guess we do have a scope, don't we? On one of them, at least. What else can we give you? An expanded mag, a stock, and an autoloader. I think the expanded mag is going to be a bit more useful. I always accidentally reload on autoloads when it's not a good time to use that free reload. Because you really should be going through your entire magazine with auto reloads before you use it. Okay. Stock and advanced stock, obviously giving the better one here. Or wait, don't we have a superior one too? Stock. I guess someone else already has it. Ah, yeah, there we go. Superior stock and the scope, that's right. Okay. Advanced laser sight, autoloader, laser sight. The autoloader is just kind of one of those things that we're just going to throw on if there's nothing else that makes sense to throw onto, so that's fine. Now, what about you? You also have the... No, that's an advanced expanded, and this is the autoloader. Okay. Do we have enough money, or are we just broke? Yeah, I was going to say, getting another med kit would have been nice. I think I want to use a mimic beacon on the specialist. I think that's all we have to hand out now, right? That should be everything. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so our squad is 2 rangers, 2 grenadiers, and 2 specialists. It's a little interesting. So we have everyone kind of doubled up. We have 1 bond between a ranger and a specialist, and everyone else is non-bonded, so there's potential for some bonds to form here. This is a difficult level mission. I think this actually will be very difficult, just because we don't have any scouting. And of course, we're going to be concealed when we go in. The tempting part of these missions is to go in stealth completely and just try to avoid all the pods, but that typically doesn't go very well. So instead, we should probably take 1 pod at a time if we can, and just try to go through quickly. This is the first time we've had the magnetic cannons, so even though this is marked as difficult, I think we have so much firepower here we might be able to do pretty well. We have pretty much a straight shot down the road all the way to the cell here and then straight to evac. Another way that we could do this is kind of going off to the left and trying to go into the building right here, and maybe at least avoiding the last pod, and just that way, you know, if you can avoid the last pod, I think that does tend to help, and that's usually if you're going to avoid one, that's really the only one to avoid. You don't want to avoid the first or second, because they'll just end up flanking you. So, alright, let's start moving up here.
What would appear to be a single entity is actually a swarm of tiny robotic units working in close coordination to maintain a cohesive form.
Solid copy.
We're gonna red move here.
Moving out. Time to motor. No need to ask twice.
Sweet, okay, we are... I'm glad that we saw a pod right off the bat here, and it's also not that bad of one. Spectres can be a little tricky, but... Okay, now... This grenade's pretty good. I don't hate poison because it slows them down. Also prevents the sectoids from doing any of their mind spin stuff, I believe. Do we want to take shots from them, or do we want mind spin? I think we would prefer taking shots at this point. I'm also wondering about Overwatch at this point, because there does come a point where Overwatch becomes less effective as you kind of progress through the game, I would say. There's moments when you should still use it, but
Heading to that location.
not so sure. The one thing about Overwatch that's good here is that we don't have to run up, and I think for that reason, at least with Dawn here, we're going to Overwatch, probably. She does have a flashbang though, that could be good. Bonded with our ranger here.
Understood. Moving out.
Okay. Do we want to mimic beacon this first group? I actually don't think that's a bad idea.
Overwatch.
We're going to save that as a possibility. I think we save teamwork. This is the other mimic beacon, which means we're not going to put Neil Gray on Overwatch or do anything with him yet. I think we just maybe aid protocol. I don't know who to aid protocol exactly, so it seems a little wasteful almost. Yeah, I think maybe we wait on aid protocol. Let's run here.
Got it covered.
Overwatch. double grenade doesn't sound terrible.
Heading out.
Depends on how far they move. So I'm thinking we open up with a regular frag grenade and then we possibly launch another one. I don't think we're going to flashbang, but we could. Our Overwatch isn't great. Maybe we do flashbang instead of mimic beacon. Okay, so I'm thinking we frag, keep this one for frag, keep this one for potential mimic beacon, and keep this one for potential flashbang. It's just going to depend on, I guess, how far they split. And maybe instead of opening with frag, we do open with the poison so that they don't move as much, so that we'll be more likely to get a better second grenade off here. Let's just see how this goes. Now, the poison's not going to affect the Spectre, if I remember right. Is it? Let me see, I can't remember.
They're onto us.
Immune, yeah. That's what I thought.
Missed the target.
Sectoids, for the most part, are all poisoned. I think it's every single one, yeah. Okay, so they are all poisoned. Now, how does our flashbang look? We can hit 3. I think we want to hit these 3.
Light 'em up.
I think we can run up to this one. Okay, so we know that he can do his shadow form thing. That is a little annoying, but it's not too bad. Oh, that's right. Angela has Phantom. I completely forgot about that. Okay. I think we do use teamwork this turn. I was going to save this, but I think it's okay to use it right now. Kind of tempted to go in for the slash here. Oops. Yeah, I think we're going to slash.
They're on to me.
She has Overwatch still. I don't know if she gets to use that on